Delhi Police Special Cell and central agencies have cracked a major ISIS module after raids in 4 states. 5 suspected terrorists have been arrested. 2 were caught in Delhi, 1 in Madhya Pradesh, 1 in Hyderabad and 1 in Ranchi. The man arrested in Ranchi, Ashraf Danish, is believed to be the group head. Along with him, Aftab and Sufyan were nabbed in Delhi. Police also recovered material used for making IED bomb. Officials say these suspects were planning large-scale attacks in India. The operation shows how agencies are working closely to stop terror network from growing in the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a grand welcome on his arrival in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Thousands of people gather on the streets to greet him and chants and flowers. During his visit, PM Modi will host the Prime Minister of Mauritius, Dr. Naveen Chandra Ramgoolam, who is on a state visit to India from 9th to 16th September 2025. Both leaders are expected to hold talk on strengthening culture, economic and strategic ties between India and Mauritius. Several key arrangements and cooperation projects may also be announced during this visit. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi is meeting Congress workers and booth presidents in Raebareli. Delegations from different tehsils have reached the venue to interact with him. During the meeting, Rahul Gandhi is listening to the issues of local workers and discussing the party's strategy for upcoming elections. Party sources say he is focusing on strengthening booth-level organization and motivating grassroots workers. Supporters gathered in large number to welcome him, showing enthusiasm and confidence in his leadership. The visit is being seen as a major push to energize the Congress base in Uttar Pradesh. In Tinsukia, Assam, a large protest was held today by tribal groups against the BJP government. Members of the Moran community took out marches across the state, raising slogans against the ruling party. Protesters demanded more right development and protection of their culture. Leader of the community said the government has failed to fulfill promises made during elections. Heavy police deployment was seen in protest area to maintain law and order. Despite the tension, demonstration remained peaceful. Political experts believe this protest could have an impact of upcoming state elections. A group of 92 pilgrims from Amritsar, Punjab have been stranded in Nepal. They were travelling when violence broke out across the country. Curfew, arson and protests have made movement very risky. The group somehow reached near the Indo-Nepal border at night. Officials say efforts are being made to bring them back safely today. Families in Punjab are worried but hopeful. The Indian Embassy in Kathmandu is in touch with Nepalese authorities to arrange their evacuation. The violence in Nepal has already claimed lives and situation remains tense. Nepal is going through a political crisis along with violent protest. For the third straight day, the army has imposed a strict curfew in Kathmandu and nearby areas. Internet shutdown, clashes and arson have created chaos. In the middle of his unrest, talk about forming an interim government have started. Former Chief Justice Sushila Karki is likely to become the interim Prime Minister. She has the support of Gen Z activist and Kathmandu's Mayor Balen Shah. If confirmed, she will be Nepal's first woman interim Prime Minister. People hope this step will restore peace and stability in the country soon. American political activist and strong-term supporter Charlie Kirk was shot dead during the American Comeback Tour program at Utah Valley University. While addressing students under a tent, a bullet struck his neck and he collapsed as seen in a viral video. Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, was known for guiding young people in politics and was a close ally of Donald Trump. Mourning his death, Trump called him a true American patriot on Truth Social and ordered all US flag to be flown at half-mast until Sunday evening. Indian stock market opened on a positive note today. The Sensex jumped nearly 100 points to trade at 81,550, while the Nifty gained around 30 points to touch 25,000. Market experts say energy and FMCG shares are leading the rally with strong buying support. Out of 30 Sensex stock, 20 were trading higher and 10 were in the red during early trade. However, IT and banking shares face some pressure and dragged the index slightly. Overall, investor sentiments remain positive, showing confidence in market fundamentals despite mixed global cues. Team India registered a dominating win over UAE in the Asia Cup match played in Dubai. Batting first, UAE were bowled out cheaply, setting a target of only 58 runs. Indian bowlers led by spinner Kuldeep Yadav displayed top-class performance to restrict the opposition. Chasing the small target, India lost just one wicket and sealed the victory in only 27 balls. Kuldeep Yadav was declared player of the match for his brilliant performance. Heavy rains in North India have created serious flood situation in several states. In Uttar Pradesh, the water level in Ganga and Yamuna river has risen sharply. After water was released from the Hathnikund barrage, nearly half of Mathura and Vrindavan town have been flooded. Streets are submerged, temples are surrounded by water and hundreds of families are affected. In Haryana, the Hisar Ghaggar multipurpose drain has developed a 50-foot crack, flooding about 300 acres of farmland. Rescue teams are working to shift people to safer place. The holy cities are now facing one of their worst flood in the years.